Warning: this video may contain spoilers. These may reveal critical parts of the game's storyline. If you don't wish to see these, stop watching now. Hello again, my friends. Eric Pearson here. I hope you enjoyed my previous video in which I hunted down the enemy aircraft carrier, but looking back I realized that there are certain things that I wish I'd done differently. And I also realized that there were some things that I should have explained a little better. So, acting on the feedback of a dear friend of mine, I'd like to replay the scenario and see if we can do a better job this time. So, as you can hear, we're already repelling incoming missile fire. Let's look at the holo map here and see what we've got. If we zoom in close with the mouse wheel, I'm here. The enemy carrier is on the other side of the island. I want to try and catch up and take it out. But before we set sail, I want to do a few things with the inventory system. First, since we conquered an island previously, I want to add this newly acquired island to our travel route. So what I'm going to do is click on the barge, select waypoints, and I'm going to add the new island as a waypoint, then go to the carrier, then go to our original warehouse island, and then back again for a loop. The other thing I want to do is click on this icon and select that I want additional shells manufactured. So if I add, say, another 100 shells, that should do it. Now, it may not be fully manufactured by the time the barge gets there, but that's okay. Now, let's see where we are now. So, yeah, he's moving, so we should probably get going. And I hear incoming aircraft on the radar. This says we've got a 73% chance of hitting, so I'm going to activate missiles here and here. So hopefully that will hit the incoming enemy. Or not. Let's fire another missile. Come on, get him. Oh, looks like we got him. Nice. Now, we've taken some damage, so I'm going to go to the repair section. I'm going to repair the left weapons, no correction, front right weapons station needs a lot more care. And we should probably start setting sail. So I'm going to start the engine and get going. Let's check the navigation here. Okay, I need to do a hard to starboard. So I'm going to do that now. Hit the steering lock so I don't have to lean on the wheel. How are we doing over here? 76%. 2 missiles. Okay. Maintain heading for now because we want to go around the island. How are we doing on damage? Not too bad, but we'll have to keep moving there. Yeah, I can see that enemy aircraft in the distance. How are we doing on depth sonar? Let's zoom in a little bit. In a moment, we'll be able to turn around the island and kind of hug it a bit. But while we're waiting, I want to change the loadout on 2 of my aircraft, the Razorbills. These are the helicopters. So I'm going to click on one, and I'm going to click on this outer weapons station and select a torpedo. And then again here, then escape out. Sorry, one too far. Let's select Alpha 4, the other Razorbill, and equipped with torpedoes there. So it'll take a moment for them to fully load up. How are we doing here? Oh. Let's fire one missile in their general direction. Come on, get him, get him, get him. Yeah, I think we got him. That's good. Meanwhile, the bridge, actually our left weapons station, is pretty damaged. Alright. I think we're to a point where we can start turning a little bit. So, oops. Okay, so let's get on the helm. Hard to port. Steering lock until we get to a good bearing here. And maintain heading. I do believe that's the enemy carrier in the distance. Alright. I wonder how we're doing range-wise as far as firing a torpedo at them. I think we have an incoming missile, looks like. Sea Whiz will take care of it. Okay, I think we've got a... I think that contact is the enemy carrier. This green line represents the direction of our ship. If I want to fire a torpedo, I want to fire it off to the left or port side. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to load torpedoes in... Oh, better turn on the torpedo system. Load 2 torpedoes on the left-hand side. Let's check our bearing here. The red line indicates our bearing for initial launch, and we're in pretty good shape there. And I think a 30-second activation delay could do the trick, so I'm going to launch Torpedo 1, Torpedo 2. Now, a good way to track the torpedoes is with the vehicle control interface here. Now, looks like these timers are showing us how long before the torpedoes go active. Uh-oh. Okay, that was a mistake. I realize there's an island there. Whoopsie. See, this is what carelessness gets you. Alright. We'll give it another moment and try doing that again. But one thing we can do in the meantime is we can dispatch our air units to drop torpedoes at them. And before I forget, I want to give special thanks to another YouTuber by the name of Atova, spelled A-T-O-V-A. Atova's tutorial videos for this game have been very helpful, so my thanks for that. Okay, while we're waiting for the aircraft to deploy, let's check our radar again. Okay, we're getting closer. We might be able to fire off another 2 torpedoes. Let's set an activation delay of 20 seconds this time. How are we doing here? Yeah, I think we've cleared the island enough that we can do this. Still got a good bead, so fire 1, fire 2. So let's look at the vehicle control screen again. If I zoom in, the timers are counting down, and soon they should start flashing red and start actively seeking. And if we're lucky, we may be able to see these torpedoes. Yeah, they're starting to head toward the enemy carrier, which is what we want. So, and it looks like we've got one Razorbill off and away. So let's dispatch the Razorbill to this point here, having that Razorbill pointed roughly toward the carrier. Because as soon as the Razorbill gets to that point, I can assume local control, drop the torpedoes, and return it to base. Oh, there's another one. Let's do the same with this one here. So I'm going to use the R key. And if you look down toward the bottom of the screen, you can see the two torpedoes right there. And there's the enemy carrier. Okay, so I'm going to hit the 2 key to select the torpedo, R for manual control, and left mouse button to fire. And then 3 for the other torpedo, R, torpedo away. Okay, so return them to base. It looks like we've done some damage, as evidenced by that yellow bar. And I'm going to stretch a line here. It's about 7,000 meters. I'm going to move this helicopter out a little further. Hopefully these other 2 torpedoes will turn. Come on, torpedoes, turn. Meanwhile, I'm directing this Razorbill to try to follow a track closer behind. I don't think these torpedoes are going to do it. I don't think they're going to turn with the ship. But once these torpedoes get into place... Okay, here we go. Okay, so we've dropped those torpedoes. So let's return this Razorbill to base. And I think I'm going to have to change course so that we can better pursue. Okay, here's a good heading. Maintain bearing. Let's see how we're doing on damage here. We should probably fix the front left first. And while we're at it, as far as orders for supplies, we should probably order more torpedoes at the rate we're going through them. So we're going to bring the next 12 over. Basically bring everything aboard. Let's go over to the vehicle weapons control. Yeah, see, these two just did not really track. So the moral of the story is I've got to be more careful about aiming these torpedoes. Now, as we get toward the later stages of this battle, when the carrier is really on the ropes, I may be able to use an Albatross and use it as a spotter to call in a remote cruise missile strike. But that time is not now. Yeah, it looks like this torpedo is about to hit. Now, meanwhile, let's look at this display here. So far, we've destroyed 2 mantas and 2 albatrosses. So, hopefully that means it'll be a while before we get any more attacks from the carrier. Meanwhile, let's look at our damage status. I think the bridge needs a little repair. Also, the right weapon station. And the back sections. Okay, good, and now we'll just concentrate on the main hull for a bit. Let's check over here. Yeah, those torpedoes are still sailing off. How are those Razorbills doing as far as torpedo reloads? Let's check here. Okay, 100% on ammo here, and nothing here yet. Well, we can launch A3 for the moment. Let's do that now. So, Alpha 3, deploy. Meanwhile, at the helm, how's our throttle doing? We could probably give it a little more throttle. We're not going as fast as we usually would because some of our power is going to repairs. How are we doing on radar here? So this green line, once again, basically looks like the ship is dead ahead of us. Which makes sense because we can see those lights in the distance. How are we doing on supplies here? Nothing's arrived yet. Let's check the map and the status of the barge. Barge is doing okay. Does the barge have anything aboard? 12 torpedoes. Not bad. So it'll eventually catch up with us. Let's see how A3 is doing. I'm sorry, A4. Okay, A4 now has 100% on torpedoes, so it's loaded up. So we could probably dispatch it as well. Actually, strike that. It's already been dispatched. Okay. Snuck out while I wasn't looking. Actually, let's put the Razorbill out away from that missile. Because I I think the carrier is generally headed this way, so if we launch from here, the torpedo should be able to intercept. Okay, second Razor Bill is in the air. So I'm going to fly it out. I think this Razor Bill would do just fine right here. So I'm trying to line up the helicopter so that the missile has... Uh-oh. We just took some damage. Okay, I know, we got problems. Let me silence this alarm. Okay. Repair power to left weapons. Oh boy. It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it? Silence the alarm. How we doing? Wow. Yeah, we're getting hit hard here. How we doing on damage? Okay, silence the alarm. Okay, where are we at? Let's pull this one Razor Bill back. Of course, at the rate we're going, we may be able to do some gun battles here, but I'm trying to use torpedoes where possible. Okay, let's turn this Razor Bill around. And this one too. Okay. I think the enemy carrier may be off to the right, so I'm going to do manual control. And yaw a little bit to this side. Okay. Which way is this? Let's see which way. Let's go this way. Okay, there's the enemy carrier. Ouch. Okay, silence the alarm. How are we doing on damage here? Okay, bridge is heavily damaged. We'll have to fix that. Problem is, we don't have our air and sea radar going, so it's hard for us to really launch a torpedo. Let's see how those other torpedoes are going. Oh no. Those torpedoes are not going to track. Not unless we're greatly surprised here. Actually, let's do this. Okay, that's the enemy carrier. Alright, let's switch over to manual control. Of course, he's steaming this general direction, so let's try aiming like this. And return to base. Okay, these might have a chance of hitting. How's our radar doing? Radar's damaged. But we might be able to use guns and get a few shots off. Maybe. Scored a hit. And we stopped him. Let's fire again. Up. Let's try one more volley. One more time. Okay, that's enough for now. Alright. How are we doing on damage? Not bad. Let's fix that back weapon station. Now, let's see. I wonder if we're out of torpedoes. Let's check our stock. Of course, we had 12 torpedoes. How are we doing here? Okay, Alpha 3 is ready. Alpha 4 is not. Oh, we got our radar back here. How are we doing? Well, we've got a pretty good line on launching torpedoes. The red line is lined right up. Let's see if we can load right torpedoes 1 and 2 with a delay of only 10 seconds. Let's see what that does for us. Go over here. Okay, torpedoes are now homing. Uh-oh, but are they going to hit the island? I think they are. Yeah, that wasn't good. Okay. But let's check the damage meter. If you look, he's pretty critically damaged. We may be able to use an Albatross and call in a cruise missile strike. In fact, I'm going to try that in a moment. Now let's see, are we in danger of running aground? No, we're not. That's good. Okay, still good. Alright, so in a moment we're going to demonstrate the Albatross's ability to spot targets for a cruise missile strike. While we're waiting, let's check our damage here. Hull's a little banged up here, but we're still good. Whoa! That hurt. Yeah, that really hurt. And we got another incoming. Let's try launching a flare. See if that spoofs the missile. Okay, so any moment now. Okay, so now I'm going to dispatch. I'm going to set an altitude of, say, 1,450 meters and start directing try to do a slow circle around the carrier so that I can spot and call in a missile strike. Okay, gimbal, manual control, and see if we can find it. Okay, there it is. He's firing at us, though. Alright. Let's... requesting support. I just have to maintain terminal guidance here. Just have to keep the target painted, just like this. And here comes the missile. Oh, no, 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 no. Stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Ah, missed. That's probably because it's not really flying the best orbit. Let's try it again. Now, come on. I'd like to point out that the tactic we're using right now is used in real combat. AC-130 gunship crews will fly a slow circular orbit over a target, banking so that the side-mounted cannons are pointed downward at a set of targets on the ground. That enables the battle managers and gun crews to hit targets with pinpoint accuracy. Let's keep it stable now. Right now I've got on T for tracking for better control. Hopefully this will do it. Yeah, having it on tracking mode works a lot better. Okay, we scored an impact. Did we do it? Did we sink him? Not quite yet. Let's do it one more time. We're still flying. Oh, carrier's not even near us now. We have to change our orbit. Okay, so we're rolling in now. Alright, let's try this again. Manual for gimbal. And carrier missile is at the ready. Requesting support. That's right, smile for the birdie. Yeah, still got the target painted. Zooming in a little bit just so I can keep a better bead on. That's right, here it comes. That's right, almost got it. Yeah. That's right, we got him. Okay, so even though we had a couple of misfires with the torpedoes, we still managed to pull it off. So, very happy for that. So here we are, showing the final scenes of the colonists leaving Earth and heading for Telos. So there it is, a successful and less clumsy carrier hunt on Carrier Command 2. So in the interest of keeping things neat and tidy, I'm going to take a moment and return our Albatross to the carrier. I'm going to check on the status of our damage here. We're pretty banged up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop engines to give us more power for repairs, and hopefully that will get us back to good a lot faster. So thank you very much for watching, and join me next time as we continue our campaign to conquer the remaining islands. Eric Pearson, signing off.